through your nose. That's probably the best thing. Okay, we're there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't mind me holding you a bit, right? Now we'll manage. We'll manage. It'll be over in just about no time, I think.
It's totally
And I think it's
cool.
very brave, actually. I think it's amazingly brave. And then you'll have a chip in you, and you'll be a cyborg in just a couple of seconds. Okay. So, it's
So
just
you may
saying
want to look away if you're
inhale.
sensitive.
And
I can feel something, yeah.
a minor sensation, probably, right?
It's just slightly like on the edge of the consciousness.
Is it just about? Jesus, you're such a brave girl. That's amazing. And
Is
I think we're done. Elsa, you've just turned into a cyborg. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Takhle se platí spoly. Jedno piško. A je to. Tak na zdraví.
Alright, all praise unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and honest you brothers will be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright, and basically, I've got an article here. So lucky I didn't actually prepare this as well as I thought I had prepared it, but I should have had an article. Bear with me. There we go, there's the article right there. Alright, so basically I got an article here. It says, why is there suddenly such a huge push for the mark of the beast? Okay, and what I showed you by way of these two videos is a means of seeing that exemplified out there within the world, man. Alright, all of a sudden you got a big push, alright, by different people in different countries for this RFID chip implantation within the hands of the people, all right, and they're pushing it forth like it's some new technology where it really it's old technology, man. Because what you're seeing here is individuals posing, sort of trying to say they're innovators, all right, and this guy, you know, he looks like a regular guy that, you know, you'd think he's just come up with that idea, man. But on the contrary, really, this is going back onto what the agenda that the elite banking families have put forth, all right, from the longest, which was to put an RFID chip in order to control the masses, all right, in order to control exactly what they want. Because with this RFID chip, guess what, man? All right, they now can control your finances, your houses, or whatever, all of that. That's going to be all controlled by way of that RFID chip, because that all that is within that arm, all right, is a sequence of digits, all right, that when you scan it, right, it's going to be linked to a database. Now, if it says on a database this, that, and the third about that individual, guess what, man? That's a means of complete control, man. All right. Now, why is there such a big push about it? Well, guess what, man? All right. You had it to where the elder apostle to her through the spirit, Yahweh Shemi Shai, had it to where this is going to be the year of the push. So guess what? Esau's pushing right back. All right. There's a thing in science where they say every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Well, the opposite reaction to this being the year of the push is Esau making that big push for that final prophecy that's going to divide the men, all right, from the boys, of which I pray Yahweh Shemi shall be of the men of the Lord, all right. It's going to divide the men from the boys, all right, because them fakes and flunkies and pretenders that you had in individuals that brought themselves forced to being tough, when they're hungry, you're going to see if they're tough, man. Okay, you know how they say how loyal is a dog? We're going to see how loyal them dogs are, man. All right, a hungry dog, so like you. All right, but see, the men of the Lord is going to be like Caleb, man. All right, we're going to follow the way of Yahweh Shemi Shai, and doth not the scripture say that the Lord's going to have it to where his service is going to eat, so we ain't going to have to worry about that stuff, man. But see, when the Most High has it to where you fakes and phonies are out there and you're hungry now, and the only way of eating is to get that mark of the beast, you're going to do a Yohana, man. All right, you're going to get yourself chipped. And that's why there's such a big push about it, because that's the equal and opposite reaction, right, to what the elder had pushed forth, all right, for this year of the push, man. So Esau's feeling the heat. So he's pushing forth to do what? To come down with a great wrath, like the scripture says in the book of Revelations, the 12th chapter and the 12th verse, and says, therefore ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Okay, because he knoweth he hath a short time. Now, ultimately, when this becomes a forcive nature, then you're going to really see the full extent to where this scripture is going to be manifested. Then you're going to see how far this man is willing to try and achieve the birthright that through the spirit Jacob obtained by means of a controversial matter, but it was all set up in the spirit anyway. All right, excuse me, it was all set up in the spirit. All right, Esau's trying to obtain that birthright by what? By his blessing, which is the sword, and by way of the sword you get what? You get technology. All right, our birthright is to be spiritual by obtaining this earth, man. And how more so to be spiritual than to wait for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to give it unto us. All right, doth not the scripture say, if asking me if the heathens for not an inheritance, and I will give thee the heathens. And what are you gonna do with them heathens? You just gonna, oh, I got the heathens now, and I'm gonna go, watch twerk videos and pop bottles of Moet. No, man, you're gonna put them heathens to work, man. They're gonna be building new palaces. All right, they're gonna be building all kind of things that you like. Your brothers are different into different things, man. All right, here it is now. You got an abundant resource workforce that you don't have to pay. And you might have to, if you're resourceful, you're gonna feed them, but you're gonna feed them just about enough, man, because they're gonna catch their hell too, like we caught our hell, man. See, them curses that are spoken about within the book of Deuteronomy, they're gonna transfer from us, because those curses like a force, is like an energy, man. And that force and that energy can't be destroyed. It's gonna have to be transferred to somebody, man. All right. So it's gonna be transferred to them heathens, man. They're gonna be living like how Jacob is living, especially you Edomites, man. Right, prior to you being exterminated. Right, so for 1,000 years you're gonna live worse than niggas, man. We're gonna have to think of a worse word than a nigga to describe these Edomites, man, in the kingdom, because you're gonna be living like that, man. Right, we're gonna have to think about new terms for favelas, new terms for ghettos, because what you're gonna be living in is gonna be worse than the favelas and ghettos, man. All right. But getting back onto this article, it says, why is there suddenly a huge push for the mark of the beast technology? And as I said, that's because that's the countermeasure to us pushing, and through the spirit Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and by the way of the elder Tahar, and that's the countermeasure that Esau's enforcing out there. Right? It says we always knew that it was coming all over the world, and governments and big corporations are pushing us towards a fundamentally different way of doing things. They insist that this new way will be more safe. Well, it's invasive, so you already got problems to where you're gonna have hackers. All right, you're gonna have people doing it on the black market. So you got transmitted diseases that you get, like heroin and injections and so on and so forth. So you already got that. So how can that already be? How can it be safe? All right. Also, you have to add in there the fact that you're gonna have, most of them chips is gonna be with global positioning systems in there, so it's going to be emitting a level of radiation. Okay, how can that be safe, man? Okay, this is much more secure and much more efficient, which is how they're going to sell it to the people anyway. But they ain't concerned about, look, what you gotta know when you read Esau writing up anything, you gotta flip it on his head. Okay, this man speaks with a forked tongue. When he speaks, the scripture says, he said, words of peace, but swords were drawn, man. Okay, that means to say, if he says more safe, then it's more dangerous, more secure, then it's more unsecure, and more efficient, then it's more inefficient. That's the way this man rolls, man. Didn't he go out there into Iraq, basically trying to say he's going to establish the government of Iraq, and he was looking for weapons of mass destruction? They were bringing the weapons of mass destruction, man, to bring about mass destruction within Iraq, man. Okay? Didn't they say they're going out there to establish peace in Syria and all of that, man? And what do they do, man? Syria looks like worse than, like the worst place to go right now, man. All right? Not that you will be booking any holidays to Syria any goddamn time soon. Ain't nothing popping off out there except for them them USA, United States made weapons out there, man. And it says, and they are telling us that we should embrace the new technology with to be open to new ways by buying and selling. It says, and they assure us that the new methods of identification will not be intrusive and it will simply allow us to crack down on criminals such as identity thieves, tax evaders, and terrorists. But could it be possible? There is more going on here than we're being told, and precisely so. There is more going on than you've been told, and this goes back onto the scriptures, man. How this man was going to come down and he was going to have it to where everybody receives a mark, to where you ain't going to be able to buy or sell or say if you have that mark. Okay, so it says, could it be possible there's something more going on here than what we're being told? Could it be possible that we should actually be highly alarmed, right, by this huge push for the mark of the beast technology? Okay, so pretty much with that, I ain't gonna really, I'm get the gist. Most of these articles, you read the first paragraph, the rest is just filler. People trying to get paid. You can't get paid for no one paragraph. So, in the effort to keep it short and sweet, I'll leave it there. You can check the rest of the article out. I didn't really even read the rest of the article, but you get the gist, man. You get the feel of what's going on out there. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna say, oh praise unto Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai. Double honest, the apostles of GMS. Honestly, brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. You keep pushing. Shalom.